What's up YouTube, JP Panther, back on the video, and today's video is actually a My Hero Academia, kind of news update video, kind of, but again, this comes from CBR.com. Again, this is like an older article. I'm surprised I didn't really talk about this, but I guess I really, I'm kind of bored, and I feel like I kind of dropped some content for you guys. So this article came out around like March 7th, 2020. I mean, literally a week before the pandemic and all that happened. So I felt like, might as well talk about something that's somewhat kind of relevant, and also gives you some content to talk about. So this comes from Comic Book Resource. My Hero Academia Heroes Rising outdoes Marvel and DC films in one key way. So I guess they get a discussion about it, and I guess I'm gonna read the article, and then I'll give you my thoughts about it, and we'll go from there. It says My Hero Academia spin-off movie My Hero Academia Rises is doing historically well with its target demographic. Its limited release and the niche appeal of anime means that it will never come anywhere near close to a rivaling live-action competition, financially speaking. But the film does outdo the likes of Marvel and DC in one specific way. Superhero movies are is centered on hero/villain standoffs and large-scale cities or saving a world plot, which makes sense for stories created to have blockbuster appeal. It makes even more sense to have on the back of a decade, and it has worth a substantial growth for the genre on the silver screen. But when it comes to driving a forced box office around the world, what routinely lost in all that. However, even the street level heroes like Superman and Batman, and most recently Birds of Prey, are grassroots responsibilities, the small but significant acts of everyday heroism that makes the world a little better from the ground up. I'm just trying to get to the main important things. What does introduces it? I guess they're talking about how it introduces a monster's villain. I'm really trying to get to what they're trying to say. Okay, it says we might see a moment of our masked protagonist, Mugger in Dark Knight cases, daggling goons from the rooftop, blah blah blah. My Hero Academia normalized a superhero society promise has always lent itself better to discipling this than worlds in which being super is ratified and sometimes pushed. But the franchise second anime movie explains it on a large scale. The first third of My Hero Academia Rising might seem completely nonsense, insensical. My bad. Class 1A performed the silver duty around most crime-free island, but it's mostly a great submission of both the franchise unique world building. Again, it seems like they're just telling you more about the story. It just seems more of a. They talk about how it introduces a monstrous Godzilla-inspired villain, of course, of the third movie after this and that, and the natural conclusions is a borrowed video game, the final boss, following the standard structure of just every other superhero film. Even during all this, Class UA never lose sight of dividing their time between fighting and safety. Hero Rises, I'm really trying to see is okay. The quieter parts of My Hero Academia represent a refreshing, back to basic approach to professional superhero stand-up seen in a genre that has dominated the landscape of cinema for the past decade or so. Superhero films are always at their most impressive when they are handling global catastrophes or defeating villain on almost inconsequential in a bad level, but they are at their most at matter admirable when they make time for us normal folks. And again, I'm just gonna give you my thoughts about this, right? And I read the article. It just seems like they didn't really say shit, in my personal opinion. It just seems like they're just grabbing something, just pulling stuff out their ass. It's just the title that kind of get us more interested. I'm just gonna give you my thoughts about what I think My Hero Academia does better than DC and Marvel. Fuck all the bullshit. In my personal opinion, I feel the reason why My Hero Academia does better. Number one is that first of all, first of all, majority of the characters are Japanese. I mean, you have Bakugo and All Might that are, white, Caucasian, stuff like that. But it's like they do a different job at storytelling, where when you watch Marvel or DC, it just seems like the same generic, formulaic bullshit. You know what I mean? The hero goes to some march and rise up and beat the villain. Or at least with My Hero Academia, superhuman society. You have the villains who have political views and ideologies and talk about government corruption and really want to destroy the superhero society's government and replace the villains want to replace it with their own political government system and have them be able to do the villains do whatever the hell they want with their powers and without no restrictions, and we have to go through all this crazy shit just so we can or can't use our powers. We don't have to get arrested or go thrown in jail, stuff like that. And pretty much the ideology of being able to use their powers freely in a superhuman society without any restrictions or anything that bother us politically, socially, economically. That's pretty much why My Hero Academia does a better job than DC and Marvel. Number one, I think do a better job when it comes to the storytelling. You have Overhaul, who's pretty much a supervillain drug dealer. Marvel and DC would never take that type of risk when it comes to storytelling, in my personal opinion. Also, the main issue is that most of the characters, I told you, are Japanese, and they're more relatable and they're more developed, because when you watch the Marvel movies, a lot of the characters are not that developed except Iron Man and maybe in Captain America. A majority of them, I told you before, most of them are focused on Caucasian white men. Let's just be 100. You can't sit here and talk all this BS, Disney and Marvel, and talk about diversity and representation when you have 20 plus movies starring a white man leading in it. You feel me? And now after post Corona or post race war, people are gonna be calling out DC and Marvel and these Hollywood elites a lot more when it comes to movie telling, because you're gonna have to spend the money on diversity. You're gonna have to stop pandering to China and stuff like that, because I told you guys before, China's had like 5,000 of the movie theaters might be closed. So they're not even going to make the money like they did before. And even our country, we're going to have like, if they do open up movie theaters by July, it's going to be like 50% capacity. There's no way in hell a movie theater can survive on that type of restrictions and stuff like that. So that's one of the reasons I feel like My Hero Academia does a better job of superheroes. Also, I feel like My Hero Academia, it's for the new generation. It's for Generation Z. I like My Hero Academia. It's not my generation, but I still love it. Even Demon Slayer, Black Clover. I liked how a lot of these newer anime, again, you had other animes in the past as well that put female characters at the forefront, but the newer ones really have more useful female characters. I mean, you had Bleach, you had Naruto. As much as I love One Piece, a lot of the female characters are pretty much, besides Big Mom and Robin and Nami, a lot of them really ain't shit, to be honest. At least with One Piece, you feel me? They don't really do anything. But the newer female characters like Demon Slayer, Black Clover, My Hero Academia, even Attack on Titan. Like the newer anime and manga do a better job at putting female characters and putting women in the series more on the front lines than it did with my generation. You feel me? Again, we had like Hunter x Hunter, we had Yu Yu Hakusho, Dragon Ball Z, let's be honest, didn't really put female characters out there like that. Pokemon didn't. Digimon, maybe, sorta, kinda, you could debate about that. Beyblade, no. But like overall, I'm trying to say is that I like how My Hero Academia and all the new ones do a better job at it, and I think that's another reason why they do so well. Like My Hero Academia manga sells way better than DC and Marvel comics than the comic books, and also has better storytelling. That's just my personal opinion. So again, that's pretty much it, guys. Tell me what you guys think. Again, I will link the article so you guys can check it out. Tell me what you guys think about it. Do you think My Hero Academia does a better job than DC and Marvel? Do you think I'm wrong? Do you think I'm right? Let me know in the comment section below. Make sure you rate and like the video and subscribe. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you subscribe to this channel. Peace and have a great day and take care.